This is low-key part 2 to my last video. A key part of LARPing is acknowledging the Great Shift. If you don't know what the Great Shift is, it's a general blanket term for shifts in culture and acceptance of different things. A good example of the Great Shift would be dark skins or light skins. Yeah, back when I was in high school, light skins kinda were on top. But then, the Great Shift happened. Sin City was in a post-2020 world, dark skins were reigning supreme for a bit there. This isn't a "bro, I hate everything changing" situation. It's just an observation. I'm putting on my tinfoil hat again because, yeah, this is a byproduct of COVID. As you all know, 2020, we were in our houses, we needed new hobbies, yeah, you've heard it before. This is where the Great Shift starts. Suddenly, people like everything that they were calling lame for years. Anime? Boom, Great Shift. Now everyone watches it. And the Great Shift also changed animation too, because now every show has to have that movie level quality, or else it's dog shit. Y'all don't realize 7 deadly frames was kinda the standard for animation back in the day. Another victim of the Great Shift is conventions.
What's the recommended amount of dedicated RAM I should have to a server?
Anime and other nerdy type conventions were sorta niche before 2020. And of course, there were the big ones like Comic-Con, but when they came back, that's when they appeared. The quarantine fans. It's cool how many people are at these cons now, but it's painfully obvious who's really about it and who's not. You had to be making FBI open up jokes back in 2017 to qualify. Another noticeable result of the Great Shift is the locks versus waves debate. Post Great Shift, everybody started popping out with dreads, but it's low-key dying down now because they're all cutting them off. Not me though, till I go bald. An example with a lot more nuance is video games. Yes, people were playing video games before the Great Shift, especially if you were Gen Z, but now it's a very different landscape. For one, there's a lot more women playing games, which is great by the way. This ain't one of those channels. Another thing is it's clear who's casual and who's a more serious gamer. That was cringe. Casual gamers before the Great Shift would play Wii Sports and a sports game like Madden or 2K. Casual gamers now have latched on to previously hardcore gamer games like COD or GTA. To be fair, I think the Great Shift happened around the time a lot of Gen Z were transitioning into adulthood, so everything that comes with that changed their gaming habits. All in all, the Great Shift isn't a negative, it's really just a clear turning point in our culture that I think is interesting to think about.
Cause it's been a whole year since young nigga shot my pouch. What? Been a whole year and I still don't know who done pop my pouch. Hey, but I ain't gon' tell nobody, cause that's how I was taught. What? And the cops can't find nobody, cause them boy too soft. You ain't lying. And you read what you saw, but I pray to get a play in the plot. Whole lot of tape and a whole lot of chop. Couple new hunters for a brand new block. What else? And I ain't gon' fold, and I ain't gon' talk. And I probably won't find them foes, but I ain't gon' stop. I so please don't try to ask me why I might go and